Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Shoo. Vamos.
Feel the power of the wild.
Feel the power. Shoo.
Follow me, and we will bring down the sky.
Welcome to Summoner's
The
Rift.
soil hungers for blood.
Thirty seconds until minions spawn.
In my dreams, I see colors frozen in ice. I wonder.
First blood.
Hello.
Minions have spawned.
I will. is of the Volior. The land before the failure. Such a deep sacrifice. One lost, but too late. Storm.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Is to free. Ice hides the fury within. The storm gathers, and I enter sky.
An enemy has been slain.
I'll save you, Willem. I'll save you. I'll save you.
What happens when wounds heal? I taste I will roar.
Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain.
I carve my path with blood and bone. Once, signs speak for man, and the wild responds. I split mountains with my roar. With each step I take, the wind gathers and the flame grows. They have lost their wild. I will guide them.
Enemy rampage. Enemy killing spree.
Let the storm follow in my wake. Sown in blood. When the night is cruel and dark,
An ally has been slain.
a god cannot die.
An enemy has been slain.
Small words. I
Turret
speak
plating
in
will soon fall. Shut down.
Many have the soil hungers for blood.
Hey, hello.
Shut down. Killing spree. You have been slain.
Whose heart calls the storm?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Blood's rose
Your team has destroyed a turret.
and forgot how to run.
Your turret has been destroyed.
To destroy. What happens when old wounds? I taste iron on the wind.
has been slain. Killing. Double kill.
Once, history was writ by tooth and claw. Even in a cowardly man, the heart is wild.
Rampage. The signs speak for man. An enemy has been slain.
With my roar, with my thunder, I call it.
Shut down.
Ja, det.
A god cannot die.
Enemy killing spree.
With each step I take, the wind gathers and the frost falls. They have lost their way. I will guide them. Hirnvel, our sacred tree, soil, beast,
Save you.
blood of the wild.
Chee.
Through hole looking like disky thingy. You can probably show it on the Silverstone. Yeah, this one says TVR. I think that's
What about this boy?
that could be it. 5D
Dash 15.
dash 15. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. And I think it's either DS.
Oh, I got it. NTC MOV. Yeah, it is a MOV.
Okay.
No. Is it?
Hey, I found a thing.
Yeah, you found a thing.
This thing might not be a total piece of crap then.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
here's
what-
another one. NTC2.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going by the label
yeah,
on the
yeah.
PCB.
It's also actually touching the. That looks like an inductor, so it could be.
Oh, temperature.
It could be
based
yeah,
on the temperature
yeah.
of the inductor.
So yeah, and
Oh. Obviously, we're missing out on creature comforts like the modular interface, but that shouldn't affect the performance of it. This thing may very well not totally suck.
Maybe. It's probably fine.
I'm almost disappointed. I mean, there's still plenty of time for it to blow up, though. Which is a perfect time to show you guys the system that we'll be using to stress test it. We've got a 12900 KS that's modded with a copper IHS that'll pull anywhere between 350 to 400 watts at load. We've got an RTX 3090 Ti. This guy gets up in the neighborhood of 450 watts. And we have our shunt modded RTX 3090 that is capable of pulling up to 800 watts, depending on the load. That means altogether we could reach darn near 2,000 watts with all of these guys going full bore. Raising a pretty big question. What kind of outlet could we possibly power this with?
The one for the router.
No, I know. I'm asking a hypothetical question. That'll be a spot for the cut.
With one of these.
Now, before we start adapting this to this, we want to make it very clear that you are never to do this because it can cause all kinds of confusion when at one end of a power cable, you've got something designed for 240 volt, and at the other end, something designed to have 120 volt devices plugged into it. It's bad.
Also, never modify your extension cables or work on these if you're not qualified, or just do anything we've done in this video so far. But that said, here's how to do it. First step, we're going to put on a large yellow flag to indicate that this is the spicy power cord. Next, this end needs to go.
Good. 240 volt.
Do you have a
Safe.
jerry rig everything knife?
you need a cutter.
It's fine, I'll be right back.
No, I'm doing it. Next, we're just gonna strip this back a little bit so we can get access to the real wires. I've done this a couple of times before, but we've never filmed it, because just don't. Probably use wire strippers for this, but I don't know where our proper size one went, so we're just doing this.
Total side note here, but Zach from Jerry Rig Everything had no idea how bad our knife situation was before he sent over some of his. This is literally our knife tool. Now we just need to look up which wire goes where into our new connector. The green one is almost certainly ground, but for the other two, there's going to be a hot and a neutral, and we're 90% sure that our white, which is usually hot in Canada, is going to go to Y, and our black one is going to go to X for extreme. Black is like the color of performance. That's Y, right? I mean WHY. Y, that's why, because black is performance, and X for extreme performance.
What?
I love bothering them, it's so much fun. You get Kyle over here, it's great.
This is why we don't film videos. Just talk smack the whole day.
Our meetings are great. I love talking about how he's been employed here for over a year and still hasn't shipped a product.
I've almost been here 2 years, and you know why I haven't shipped a project? Is you change it every single time I'm ready to freaking ship it, mate.
Before he was hired, I almost had the screwdriver done. Do you know why it's not here yet?
Yeah, the next thing we're gonna do is this black piece is keyed to only go on one way, and we just screw this bad boy in here. Just a little something like that. Okay, and hey, where'd that back piece go that holds this in snug? Hey, look at that. Oh wow, that's gonna really clamp down on that.
Next time, try to leave a dent.
I never compromise.
Metal is harder than flesh.
I mean, that's good. The last thing you want to do is rip the cable out of the plug. This poor thing. Mushed. I mean, it's definitely not coming out of there. Okay, ready? Huh.
It won't fit in that plug.
Yeah, no, we're gonna use this one. Ah!
That's really bright now.
Oh yeah! There's a little light in here that's supposed to indicate if it has power or not, and it's like super bright. That's great. Where'd our power supply go? We should wear eye protection when we plug this thing in. David's way back there using the zoom. Okay, David, come on. Go ahead and plug it in. Oh, okay.
That's a...
This is not the best cable
Yeah,
I've ever seen. Look at this end of it. We should get a new cable. Okay, ready? Okay.
Let's hook it up with the PC.
Hey, stop. This 24 pin is so wimpy.
You guys didn't unplug it before you started to plug in, right?
Yeah, just unplug it.
It's off. I trust it.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, motherboard RGB's lit.
For like 5 seconds while the caps die.
Is there only one 8-pin EPS? I mean, I guess if it's a like mining power supply, it's pretty focused on powering GPUs. Now the 3090 Ti is tons of fun because the single 16-pin connector that it uses takes 3 of these higher powered 8-pin traditional PCIe connectors. We're not actually gonna connect the second 3090 for now. Are you ready?
That's loud.
The fan really goes. Wow. We don't even need to look up the specs of this fan. Under RPM, it would just say brrr. This has been surprisingly uneventful so far. But then we are also only pulling probably like 50, 60 watts right now. 373 watts.
373 watts, not bad.
and it has not blown up even a little.
Oh, 415 on the GPU.
That 3090 Ti though, hey?
Absolute beast. Let's just talk about worst case of what can happen. Everything dies. Now, I've seen stuff before where people are like, oh no, the power supply shut down when I use my 3090. That's fantastic. If your power supply shuts down, that's good.
That means your overcurrent protection is A, present, and B, worked.
I've seen some people be like, oh, this 500 watt power supply will run a 3080 no problem. It's like, no, it shouldn't.
That's bad.
Yeah. That's not a good thing to be putting on Reddit.
I think it's time to add another GPU.
Yeah. For those of you that didn't watch our shunt mod video, this GPU has a resistor on top of the resistors that measure how much power it's drawing. That means that the GPU thinks it's drawing like 300 watts or whatever, when it's actually drawing 600. That lets you overclock it a bunch, and in this situation allows us to destroy a power supply or something.
Alex, we've got a bit of a problem. These cables aren't especially long. The thing is that copper is expensive, and cables are made of copper. So a lot of the time, cheap power supplies will cheap out by running shorter cables. It also helps power supply manufacturers hit higher efficiency certifications because there's less loss from the long cables, although these guys don't have any kind of real certification anyway, so that clearly wasn't a factor. I can't believe that across 2 GPUs, just 2, we're gonna have a total of 6 8-pin PCIe power connectors here. Okay. We good?
It's so loud. It's really loud. Feel the air, like, from here.
Oh wow, that's good. You really can. PCIe has detected into blah blah blah. Oh shoot, okay. There's only so many PCIe lanes on the Z690 platform, and it looks like our dual GPU configuration is interfering with the M.2 slot that we have our SSD in. Conveniently, this motherboard has one of these DIM.2 things from ASUS, so we're just gonna use that. Oh, our 3090 is not showing up. Wait.
Oh.
Wait, what? Driver verify. You know what I think it is? In order to populate that slot, let's go manually change it to PCIe 1 and PCIe 2.
Okay.
That didn't help. They're both there!
Yeah, it was something else getting this to work. Holy crap. So Anthony also lost an hour yesterday because he put a 3090 in a board after the 3090 Ti. Turns out the hardware variables for literally every other NVIDIA GPU do not exist in the 3090 Ti drivers. So in order to get that fixed, we need to, disable driver verification, change the INF file, and Dan did a write-up on everything that you need to do right here.
That's so stupid. Come on, NVIDIA, are you guys new? Let's make these things burn. We'll make them pay for what they did to us. Mostly you and Anthony and Dan.
Yeah, Dan's comment was, I can't believe they shipped this.
Show me some firmware. Wait, does it hit both? No, GPU 2's not doing anything. I just want my payoff for this video, darn it. The people need to know. New idea. We disable the 3090 Ti. Boop. See you later, buddy. Now we run firmware. You are running on the 3090. Thank you. We are now drawing 760 watts. Okay. Now, device manager. Enable. Yeah, the 3090 is only drawing like 400 now. Oh, a little more. 500. Huh, I'll settle for 500. Okay, now what will you run on?
Nothing.
You will crash. Please, I just want to hurt my GPU.
I will protect
I'm hitting both. 460 on the 3090 Ti, just shy of 500 on the 3090. Plus the 300 on the CPU. What's that work out to?
Closing in on 1300 watts.
1300 watts. It's definitely toasty. It's really toasty.
Is it?
You want to feel the exhaust?
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. It's a goer. Oh, wow. The back of the board right here is hot. You touch that spot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what is on the other side of that? Here, what are we looking at?
It's either our high voltage transformer or our high voltage MOSFET. Probably the high voltage MOSFET.
Well, it's not.
Create a professional logo that best reflects your brand. Just go.
Greetings, food surfers. I'm Eric Surf 6. Welcome to the Eric Mealtime Show. Today we're having Thai food. Let's go check it out. All right, we're starting off with the Chang beer. It's got the elephants on it. Beautiful bottle. Got some elephants over here on the wall too. I like that. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Okay, to you, team, get some. Nice flavor. Well, it's refreshing as the weather's heating up now. Oh, it's good. Ice cold. I feel like I could be in the mountains in Thailand somewhere. Beer number 2, so we can make a comparison. Singer beer. Yeah. The original Thai beer. Okay. Tastes like the original basic beer. I like this one better. Yeah, this one's got a nicer flavor. All right, this is the Kung Pao green curry set. Looks pretty nice. And this is chicken and basil. Got rice with an egg served over it. This is the green curry here, and a soup, a salad, and a dessert. Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at the curry here, the green curry. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Try this first, the chicken and basil. Got a sweet flavor. It's good. Try some of the curry and some rice. Oh, green curry. Wow. It's got some spice and it's got a real nice sweetness to it. Yeah. Chicken in here. Green chicken. Oh boy. Mix the egg into the rice here. Beautiful.
Everybody.
Guys, I think you broke me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? From First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Mila Kunis. She's a Golden Globe-nominated actress whose decades in Hollywood include legacy TV shows Family Guy and That 70s Show, as well as award-winning films like Black Swan and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Her latest, though, are the animated series Gimmicks and Stoner Cats, which were successfully funded by NFTs and accessible to token holders. Mila Kunis, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I just realized that the one that I said I have at home is yours.
Yeah, right. You probably have
I didn't even realize. I think you must have brought it home, and then I was like, wait, I have the Hot Ones.
So you have like a little bit of a foundational experience with the show. What's going through your head? How are you with spicy food before we dig in here?
I feel like I made a mistake by saying yes to this. I do enjoy your show. I think it's really funny. I love watching people on it. I didn't think that I was ever going to do it. My husband did it. I had FOMO. But then today I was like, oh no, I have a really low tolerance for spicy food. So my fear is by the time we get 3 in, I'll be crying. This is my literal feeling, maybe 4 in, because I know I can do this one, 4 in.
Well, there's no turning back now. Are you ready to get started?
No. Okay. You go first.
Okay.
That's so spicy. Okay. That's fine, but it's spicy.
So I want to start by unpackaging your latest project, Stoner Cats and Gimmicks, because the idea of distributing and creating a show using blockchain technology is kind of mind-blowing. How would you explain the model of connecting an audience to a TV show through NFTs to a dope like me?
I know it's really bizarre, and I myself have only been in it for maybe about a year. Stoner Cats, we couldn't get made for the way that we wanted it, for the amount of money that it costs to make. The animators come out of Pixar, the director's out of Pixar. It's a beautiful handmade animation, and it was impossible to get made in the industry as a show. Content-wise, it's also very R-rated, and I don't know where it would go. I became a fan of the crypto community through my husband, because he's been a part of it for so many years, and that's kind of how I learned about it. And I was like, well, maybe they'll embrace this absurd idea. So Gimmicks, for instance, is on a turnaround of every 2 weeks, and every episode will end on a cliffhanger. It's choose your own adventure, and our community that owns the NFTs will be able to dictate where the show goes at the end of every episode. And that we never would have been able to do in, like, at Netflix's or any streamers or broadcasts, traditional television. Okay. That's spicy.
Uh-oh.
Wait, that's like, all right, no, that's fine. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, it's okay. How much of it am I supposed to eat? I don't want to be like a big baby.
Right.
And I don't want people to be mad at me at the end of this. So like, tell me, do I take more than one bite?
You know, what you're doing right now is great. You know, it's all about the intended effect of the sauces, and I can tell that you're catching them all. You're soaking it in. You're becoming
My mouth
one
is on fire
with the sauce. So what you're doing right now is fine. What
Why
you're
are
doing
your
right now
eyes
is
not
fine.
watering and mine are watering?
I'll get there. I'll get there. You know, I just have lots of practice, but I'll get there.
Okay. Did you grow up eating spicy food?
No, you know, my dad was kind of a salsa purist, so there was like no mild salsa in the house. Like if we're watching a Bears game or something, like it would have to be that hot salsa. So I feel like I had a little bit of a baptism by fire, but this was all just about creating a disruptive element in the celebrity interview. I just had to like become
It's
kind of a hot
disruptive.
sauce.
It's hard to think when your mouth is on fire. Are you from Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, where from?
So I was born in Evanston and then grew up in Crystal Lake, which
My
is a little bit
girlfriend's
further
from
northwest.
Evanston.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, do you know my girlfriend Shannon? Like, as if there's like 2 people in the world of Evanston. Okay, got it. I love Chicago.
It's the best. It's the best. So when we had Kristen Bell on the show, we had her fact check Dax Shepard's interview, and then now that you're here, I think it's only right to run some of the finer points of Ashton's Hot Ones appearance off of you to get kind of an insider's perspective.
Okay, bring it.
So while preparing for Steve Jobs, he talked about getting severe back pain and a fear that he'd given himself pancreatitis because he was drinking too much carrot juice. What's your lasting memory of the Ashton Kutcher-Steve Jobs amalgamation?
Oh, he's downplaying it. He was so dumb. He also, I think, only ate like grapes at one point.
That fruit diet.
Yeah, it's so stupid. We ended up in the hospital twice with pancreatitis. So fact check, yes, it was really dumb.
And then the interview was almost 2 years ago to the day, and at the time he said that he'd just gotten rid of all of his trucker hats and entire wardrobe from that 70s show. Can you confirm or deny in the presence of trucker hats and suede jackets in the household today?
What are you talking about? You didn't get rid of anything. You have plenty of trucker hats, and the entire 70s wardrobe is downstairs. What is this?
You're shrugging and looking.
Who are you talking to?
Lies.
Not you.
Lies. Why don't we dip these? You know, like the hot dog guy dips it in water and then swallows it. Why can't we dip it?
You know, there are no rules, so feel free to iterate here.
I'm gonna see what this feels
on
like.
strategy.
Okay. I feel like I just took too big of a bite. You took a baby bite. That's messed up. Thank you.
I'm on it.
The other one was spicier.
That's the psychological game of Hot Ones, you know?
You think so?
We're shifting on you. It's a whole spice symphony. You don't know what's coming.
Are you
Things will
bullshitting
feel-
me right now? I
I'm
swear
not.
you're fucking with me a little
I'm
bit.
an endless well of hot sauce facts.
This one's not bad.
There we go.
Hoffs?
Hoffs.
Totally fine.
So in describing the process of working with you to design your family's LA farmhouse home, Howard Backen said, "We talked about everything from beam sizes to the details of the cross bracing to the junctures of the wood planks and concrete. Is there a detail of your home that you're particularly proud to have your fingerprints on? And then is there one that serves as a reminder that marriage is always about compromise?"
Ooh, really good question. When we were building out our island, I insisted on having a dog inlay, like built-in little dishes for the dogs and built-in food, you know, for the dogs. And so everything kind of looks beautiful and clean and nice and neat. And the dogs always have a permanent place instead of me tripping on their dog dishes or whatever. So to me, that was like one of those where I was like, I really want a built-in dog eatery. And then as far as making compromises, yes, I am 5'4" on a good day. My husband's 6'3". Our house is built for 6'3". I am at all times on tippy toes, and so I felt like that was a really good marriage compromise I made. I have ladders everywhere. I have a ladder in the closet. I have a ladder in the kitchen. I can't reach things.
Well, speaking of ladders and taking it up another rung,
Oh,
are
yeah,
you ready
good
to
one.
move on
Okay.
to the next sauce? Los Calientes here in the 4 spot, one that you're familiar with.
Yeah. Okay. I'm waiting for you.
All right, I'm catching up.
That's okay. I'm really proud of myself. How many
4
in?
down.
4 in.
4 in.
Look at me go. Okay.
So the Stoner Cats manifesto has a stated goal to be
Oh, yeah.
supported without having to bow to the machine of big media.
Yeah.
In what ways has the process of finding funding through the traditional Hollywood channels, in what ways do you think it's maybe jaded you a little bit over the years?
It's all of it sucks. You're constantly trying to people please. You're going in and you're being like, look at this. I swear it's really good. I promise you it's really good. And then the person sitting across from me goes, yeah, I think it's really good, but I got to talk to the guy above me. Then they go and take your information, regurgitate it to the guy above them, and then that guy goes, yeah, maybe. Let me take it to the guy above me. And then by the time that telephone game ends, the project has now been taken, washed over, transitioned, and so it's a process that just is not fun at all times. When it comes to like NFTs, it's direct. You can bring it up to the community, be like, hey, we're gonna make either this show or this show. You decide. So on one hand, you have a lot more responsibility, but on the other hand, I don't have to go and like sell myself to other people other than my little community that we've built. I'm just reading it to see what like keywords are in there, like death, fire. Okay, you go. Oh, you did it! Oh, you're out, God.
I'm on cue. Now this one,
You tell me it's about to hit me, isn't it? Is it late? Oh, there it is. Oh, weird.
it's a step up.
I can't feel my tongue. I can feel my mouth. But I can't feel my tongue. Oh, I don't like this one. Okay.
Well, it's all right. I got a nice long wind up for this one because Mila Kunis, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Gram. We do a deep dive on our guest Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context. You have sworn off social media, but we have a workaround with the Gettys. So what we'll do is we'll show you the picture over here on the monitor. You just tell us the bigger story.
Oh, there's a monitor.
There we go. Do you have a favorite Dodger Stadium memory?
How cute we are.
Waving the flag at Game 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good one. I love the Dodgers, right? But I think that I love the idea of the Dodgers even more so than I love baseball. I grew up watching the Dodgers. I used to go with like my second dad, his name is Bill Curtis, and he used to take me to Dodger games. And when I made enough money, the one thing that I kept from the age of 9 to however old I was when I bought season tickets, I was like, one day I'm gonna buy season tickets. Like one day, that was my goal, was to just be able to take Bill to a Dodger game. That to me was like the greatest memory of all time. But then my husband and I going and taking the kids, our daughter is 7. I'm not getting emotional, I'm just getting pepper in my face. So that to me is another good one. But this was unbelievable.
Yeah, on the dugout there.
Yeah.
All right, last one for you. Can you give me one pro and one con of being neighbors with Conan O'Brien?
Oh my God, I love Conan. Other than like, he's just tall and creepy when he's just like urging it. No, I don't have a con. Conan's one of the greatest. Have you met him?
No, but I'm dying for him to do this show.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Get
him on the show. He's just Conan. There's no other secondary version. Like who he is on his shows is who he is in real life. And so often talk show hosts are like one way necessarily, and then sometimes in private they're very different. Conan is just even keel, normal family, normal life, normal human being. I love Conan O'Brien. Well, that just says ghost pepper, and I feel like we shouldn't eat that. That is good. Okay. You know what it's good for?
Yeah.
Sinuses.
Yeah, it does. It clears the sinuses a little bit. You're feeling alive, you know? It's like a...
Señor Lechuga es muy fuego.
So, for somebody who is at the ground level, to what do you attribute the resurgence of Family Guy? Like, how do you think it went from being on life support and canceled for 2 years?
The community at large felt like they had ownership in the show because they loved it so much, and they brought it back.
What do you think would surprise fans about how it was made early on when it first started on a shoestring budget?
It used to all be hand-drawn by Seth MacFarlane. So that's probably something that people, and we had nothing. We were like the poorest little stepkids. It was very fun.
Yeah, but it always kind of seemed like that. Like when you wear many hats like that, like our set, people are like, oh, that's so genius. You can pop that up wherever. But I was like, oh, it's just because when we started, we had no money. That's how
we look at Family Guy. Sometimes I walk in, I was like, look at our real offices. Like we never had offices.
Right.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, 20 years later, I was like, look at us. Look at us with all our offices.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Super hot peppers and bitter orange. Well, I mean, that's a selling point. Okay, go. Okay, that's delicious.
Whoa! I was not expecting that.
I mean, my mouth is on fire, but it's delicious.
Wow, I like that you can appreciate the culinary profile here.
I can't feel my lips. I think I have a tongue in my mouth. I think it's swollen, but it is. I really like that one.
There we go.
Yeah, I really do. Well, maybe it's because I'm numb, because I've burnt my mouth off, and so this one, maybe it just kind of, well, it is in there.
Right. Well, hopefully that helps you out a little bit for the next one, too. How accurately would you say
This is a ridiculous interview. Like, and now I understand. Right? This is so weird. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Okay.
What is guys, Tyler once again, and in today's video I'm going to be diving into Cookie Run store that has globally launched on April 14th, and I will be buying everything on the website. So without further ado guys, let's get right into the video. Guys, so just to start it off, I just want to let you guys know right now Cookie Run store is having a 15% off of all of the new accounts for their global launch. I believe this coupon code is going to expire in about less than 2 weeks, so if you guys do want to purchase stuff, I will highly recommend that you guys take advantage of the code, as well as they do have free shipping for every purchase that is above $100, which I will have to say it is a lot, but you know, they are trying to ship it globally, so I do understand why they do have that high purchase cap. But let's get right into it, guys. We're going to go to the all section, and you guys can see that there are 28 products that they do currently have listed on the website. And also, by the way, guys, before diving further into the video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is not sponsored by Dev Sisters or Cookie Run Kingdom, and all of these purchases are coming out of my own pocket, so just wanted to get that out of the way before I start purchasing these items. Let's get started. This one is going to be the first one, Brick Collection Kingdom Cookie Castle. So this is something that I was super excited for when I first saw it on the Twitter page. I did share that video with you guys, and I told you guys, dude, this Lego set is something that I am 100% buying. And it is a pretty big one. It is 1,454 pieces total. And on top of that, you are going to be getting 2 minifigures, 2 Lego minifigures, and that is going to include the Gingerbread as well as the Sugar Gnome. So we do have, like I said, it is 1,454 pieces, and I'm super excited to build this. And not only me, but my fiance is actually really excited to build this with me, which we will be doing it live, and I will be posting a video on the side as well. But there you guys go. You guys can see it is that, you know, classic castle. I believe it's a castle 12 or something, but you know, super excited to see that. Definitely going to be purchasing this, but it is a massive $114. Why in the world is Lego set so expensive nowadays? But you know, it is worth it, I would say, or at least in my heart, I want to say it's worth it. Next one is going to be this one, Kingdom Toy Store's Bear Jelly Plushie. I wanted to actually purchase this one when it first came out on the Korean store, but unfortunately I wasn't able to purchase it. But now I have the option, or I have the ability to purchase it globally, so I'm going to be putting that into the cart. $20 right there. I believe Sugar Gnome plushie was around the same price, so there you guys go. $20 right there. Next one is going to be this one, Kingdom's first anniversary OST album, and that is going to be $31 as well. And this one is going to include, I believe, 3 different CDs, and all of the OST that was that got released on YouTube, I believe. Or maybe not, maybe it's different OSTs as well, but they do have like a little book collection as well. I don't know exactly what that book collection is. They do have a Korean as well as English side, so I'm excited to see and listen to some of the things that are on it. I will have to get an external CD player though, because my computer doesn't have CDs anymore. But there you guys go, that's going to be on the cart. Next one is going to be this one. So I would say this, and later on you will see the Sugar Gnome collectible figures.
About time I got my hands. dancing.